Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Two Dum Yinzers. This is January 1st, everybody. January 1, episode 76 of the Two Dum Yinzers.
76.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great because I actually got the episode number right in the description for a change. So I got that going for me. I know. Things are looking up. Things are coming up great.
I'm pretty thrown off when I'm trying to find the right episode. I never know which one it is and which one I'm looking for and which one's marked correctly, which one isn't.
Hey, this is what you get when you have me as a co-host. This, getting
what I pay for, right?
Exactly. You pay for nothing, you get nothing. So how about my kid had me outside yesterday from noon to 3 in this oppressive heat?
Yes, it is oppressive, man.
He was out there splashing around in his little swimming pool and his water slide for like 3 hours. I get a sunburn. He gets tan.
Yeah, I generally agree with your concept of you could take more clothes off than and you could put more clothes on in the winter time. I'm sorry, and but you know what? I'm okay with this for now. The winters are long. They're long here. They're cold here. And, the winter takes a lot. It takes, you're constantly scraping windows, warming up cars, defrosting windows, shoveling sidewalks. So, as long as I have my air conditioner, I'm okay with this for now. Maybe in the dog days of summer, I might start thinking a little differently, but you know what? Right now I'm okay. Like I said, as long as I have my AC. If I didn't have my air conditioner, it would be a whole different story.
Oh yeah, same here. If I didn't have the air conditioner, I'd be an angry person.
Yeah,
I'd burn down the neighborhood.
Right.
Like if I have to sweat, everyone's gonna have to sweat.
Yes.
And this heat, this humid. At least it's not humid yet. So far,
right.
I can, as long as the humidity stays away, I'm cool. But once it starts being like 85, 90 and raining and everything's hot and sticky,
right,
the air conditioner doesn't even help at that point.
I think my body is finally starting to get used to that walk to the store.
Because
I've been kind of making that my routine during the week.
Yeah.
I'll get up, I'll walk down there, I'll get my coffee, come home, finish writing for the show, hop in the shower, and it's go time. So I think that, my body is finally starting to accept it a little bit.
There you go.
Because it's not as bad. You know what I mean? My calves aren't hurting as bad.
Good.
The sweating all day usually stops about 5 or 6 in the evening now instead of going the whole day. But, like I said, I welcome it right now. It's June 1st. It was, these winters are long, man, like I said. And, I like seeing the change. And, like I said, at the end of the summer, I like seeing the change go back the other way. Once you have something for so long, you're ready for I'm ready for the next one. You know what I mean?
Especially, we're used to the seasons changing. So
right.
You get tired of them after a while.
And that's all we know. You're right. In the summertime, it's 90. In the wintertime, it's -20, and you know what I mean? It's so extreme, but we're used to it, where a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to to hang when it comes to our weather. And and I agree, I wouldn't be able to hang if you go down south and have to live with that all year around. But in the same respect, I think that they would have a hard time living in our weather as well.
Oh, they cry if they get like a dusting of snow.
Yeah, right. And you know what? You get 30 car pileups whenever they get a dusting of snow. It's like they're just crying. It's like the the fucking world's coming to an end.
Right? Oh, well, of course, we have that here too, and people have been driving in the snow their entire lives.
Well, we call them people retarded.
Oh, Jesus.
So I thought I got through my shower today. I opened the curtain to get out of the shower.
Did he attack?
And that little stink bug fell from inside of the shower curtain onto the shower floor. Luckily, it landed on his back, so it gave me enough time to hurry up and get the fuck out of there.
But
but he's still in there. He is still in there.
So more or less, you won just because he kind of fell down today and you ran like a little baby.
Yes.
Yep. There we go. Yeah.
That is exactly it.
You know, they don't ask just how many. You know, you got the dub. That's all that matters.
That's
right. That's all the record book's going to show. It's not going to show that you were, you know, you ran away in the face of adversity.
Exactly.
You ran from the fight. You know, discretion is the better part of valor. So
I don't teach the battles. I'll just teach the war. You know what I mean? I get the result of the war. I won't.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, you got the dub. That's all that matters. Ooh. I love when you get your little remix going on the screen there. You get all jittery.
What's that?
I love when you get the little remix, like you stutter, and then all of a sudden you're up by the phone, then you stutter, then all of a sudden you're sitting in the chair all exasperated.
That is the Two Dum Yinzers remix, everybody.
It brings me, like, your anxiety right there for some reason brings me joy.
That's something special. We don't do that just for anybody. Mike, we got a lot of graduate. It's that time of year. The kids are graduating. They're leaving the school, the kid life, and they're joining the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of kids will be graduated and out of high school here in a couple, next few days. It's exciting, man. This was an exciting time for me as a kid, just because, like I said, all your whole life at that point is getting up and going to school.
Yeah.
So once you get to that point, I mean, it's really exciting, but it's also confusing as well. I remember being 18 right out of high school, just being confused, like, what the fuck's next? You know what I mean? Because you're always used to somebody telling you what the next step is going to be.
Yeah.
Going through school for 13 years and, living under your parents. So, 18 years old and fresh out of high school, it can be pretty frustrating for people, pretty scary. But I got a couple stories here, Mike. I got a couple stories that might make you feel better about graduation. Okay.
All right.
So there is this high school in New Orleans down in Louisiana. Okay. The 2022 graduating class at this high school in New Orleans is making national headlines, Mike. One class. You want to know why? Because this entire class, the entire class was accepted into college. Every single student out of it, 99 kids. It wasn't a huge school.
Yeah.
But all 99 kids in this graduating class are going to college. Is that something?
That's crazy. That's impressive. Well done.
Absolutely. Kudos to the education down there, to the teachers. They obviously care about their students and are doing, good things to make sure that the world's a better place moving forward. So, like I said, kudos to that high school and them kids.
Yeah, well done.
Absolutely. And let me find the other one here. I think I had another one somewhere. Okay, so $4.80. Okay, $4.80. Keep that amount in mind.
All right.
$4.80 kept a man from graduating, and he came back to get his high school diploma over 60 years after he was supposed to graduate.
Oh my Lord.
So that puts him, over 60 years, puts him roughly at about 80 years old.
Yeah.
It didn't say the particular the age in the particular article that I read, but it said $4.80. So whether it had been for a library book, maybe for a school lunch, it's hard to say. But whatever it was, it kept him from graduating high school back, 100,000 years ago. Here he is, over 60 years later, going back and getting his diploma. Now we spoke earlier in the season about
Brooks Orpik
and highly successful people, and why would you go back to high school?
The same thing with this guy. Why?
Right. Yeah, you really should be focusing on the will and maybe the arrangements.
Yeah,
but he's choosing to go back and focus on his high school, which it's interesting. Not many people do that.
Well, yeah, I think that's just like a different. If I was that age, like you said, I would be planning on like, I'm gonna die soon. Let's just get all this stuff planned. He's probably like, you know what? I'm gonna die soon. Let's wrap this up. Let's more like if you're playing a video game, we got stuff to wrap up here. We're getting to that final boss battle. I got to do all my side quests, got to get all my achievements, all my trophies, so I can have this thing completed and be done. So that's probably what he's doing. I'm saying he's a gamer, and he wants to have everything completed. He wants to want that 100% completion. So he'll get this, and it wouldn't surprise me. He'll bang out college in like 2 years, get a degree, so he has everything check marked, game over, and then he can just end it.
People like this, they make me nervous. And I'm going to tell you why. These people who do these things, they live amongst us in society, okay? So when people are making decisions for society, saying, oh, people, they do this, people, they do that, so we in turn will do this, as a society. Now you get these overachievers. They want to overachieve everything. Everything they do, they want to go back to high school, they want to graduate, they want to go back to college. And it really puts the screw to guys like us who aren't really overachievers and motivated, because society then gives the edge to people that try harder.
Yeah.
And you know what? Fuck the people that try harder.
Exactly.
What about us? What about us?
Like, I did not, it's not my fault my parents got bored and lonely. Now I was born. Now I have to live on this shitty ass planet. There's more of us than there are those overachievers, and it should be made to just us mediocre people, like us people who we probably have the potential, but are just like, why bother? Let me just go through life. Let me get from point A to point B without the least amount of hassle. And
the mediocre people should be the people that's in the government. The mediocre people should be the police officers. The mediocre, all these people get in these positions to make decisions. And like I said, they're making the calls off of their preferences when, like I said, you're overachieving. You're a fucking, a governor. You fucking overachieved. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. You outkicked your coverage here with your abilities
now you're gonna go up there and make decisions for all of us, the majority of the people who don't even like your ass. And then we have to live with it. So
I just skated by, I think everything should just be modeled after my wants and needs.
Yes.
I'm like I think, Mike's America needs to happen.
Yeah, something needs to happen.
It's gonna, no one wants to, I don't want to work 40 hours a week. Everything's being automated. 15 hours a week should be enough to work and be paid, so I can just sit down and chill and enjoy my life.
Give it time, man. Give it time, because I seen something the other day where there was a delivery robot that got discovered in the woods. Somebody was walking through the woods, and here comes this delivery robot stromping down the fucking down the path where the guy was walking in the woods.
You know what? I just want to follow that delivery robot around. I just want to see what adventures he goes on.
Right?
Just like hit the vape pen and just follow him throughout the day.
Do you recall about 10 years ago that AI robot escaped? And it was like in New Jersey or New York or somewhere over there, and it escaped and it took off, and they actually found it in Philadelphia. You remember this?
No, what it was, it walked it was like an experiment. It made it all the way through Canada.
Okay.
And then it got into the US and it went into Philly. And the minute it got into Philly, they destroyed it. They beat the fuck out of it.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was just going out on the social experiment, all through Canada. Hey, buddy. Hey. Gets into the US and just makes it to Philly. And they're like, nah, not in our watch.
This is what tells me that the scientists and people aren't that smart, because if I were them, I would have definitely went around Philadelphia.
Oh, they probably knew it was going to happen, and they probably had like wagers on like, hey, it's going to make it through Canada unscathed, maybe a couple little sketchy places, but once it gets into the U.S., it's let's take it to Philly, see how long it lasts.
I mean, think about it. Think of all 50 states. Think of all the capitals, all the big cities in every state. The one place I would not send anything that has any value would be Philadelphia.
See, I wouldn't send anything to Philly or down into some hillbilly area, because it was either going to get beat up or pumped full of shotgun shells in one of the two places.
You're right.
Or they would turn it into like a I think it'd get beaten up or shotgun blast. Yo, Skeeter, take a look at this. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that
So
or they would disassemble it and then reassemble it in the hillbilly fashion. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like they would put a bucket seat from the car on top of it. You would see the whole family in that one bucket seat riding the robot down the,
Oh yeah. Be rolling coal in that thing. Yeah. See,
I can see that.
See where they messed up was they needed that robot from Short Circuit. They needed Johnny Five.
Yes.
Johnny Five would not have taken their shit. Johnny Five would have kicked them in their balls into outer space. Because Los Locos kick your face. Los Locos kick your ass. Yes, I've seen Short Circuit like 1,000 times. It's a great movie.
Do you remember, Mike, talking about Taco Bell's Mexican pizza coming back by popular demand?
Yeah. Like I'm like the only one in America who's never had it.
Well, apparently you are, because Taco Bell is running out. They're going to have to discontinue the Mexican pizza because they're running out of everything for the Mexican pizza because it is so popular. How long has that been? It could have been more than a month already since we had that conversation.
Yeah, they're running out. They planned the shortage. Create the hype, have everyone come rush and get it, and then discontinue it and bring it back in a couple months. Discontinue it. You got to play with the people. Got to play with them.
Right.
That's my conspiracy. Taco Bell is messing with y'all. That's why I just stick to my burrito and I'm done. Don't get too attached to the outlying stuff on the menu because that stuff goes away. Like I swear every restaurant does that. They get some cool ass side or cool ass little special type sandwich or pizza, and it's there for a limited time, then it goes away. Then you have to wait years for it to come back. Stick to the tried and trues. Number ones, number twos, number threes. Be gold. Be golden.
No,
Trust
you're
me.
right.
Trust me. I know. Look at me. I know my menus. I know my value meals. But now, like, I kind of do want a pizza now.
Yeah, I want one now that I know.
I kind of want one now that they're running out. So it's like they got me. They got me.
When they were coming back, it was like, okay, well, they're going to be around. So if I ever decide I want to get one, I'll go get one. Mm-hmm. But now that they are scarce, I want one. I want one now.
Yep. And scarcity, increases demand. It's that FOMO, that the fear of missing out. So people are going to rush towards it.
As you can see, Mike, my dummy, he has his pirate helmet on. You know what that means?
Oh, they won a game.
Our Pirates win two in a row over the Dodgers. The Pirates win Monday night. They won 6-5 over the Dodgers in a ninth inning rally. And then last night again, they won 5-2. So the Pirates are on a 2-game winning streak with a record now of 21-27 over the 33-16 Dodgers. Is the tide turning? Can we finally make that final payment on our World Series tickets?
Oh, I've already paid them off. So this right here, this little 2-game win streak is just
icing on the cake for you.
Icing on the cake, baby. I can't wait. I'll be there, rain or shine, team or no team. I will be there at PNC Park for the World Series.
I tell you what, on a related story, I seen Russell Martin's retiring. You know what? He might as well have just stayed here in Pittsburgh. I mean, he went to Toronto for a few years. I don't even know if that's where he's still at. But that guy, you just get some guys that are they're Pittsburgh players. You know what I mean? They're really good. They get things accomplished. Fans love them. They're the whole package. I think that Russell Martin was one of them guys. I would have liked to see him, finish out his years here because he didn't go nowhere and win no World Series. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like if I had the opportunity to either like live in Pittsburgh or live in Toronto, I'd head up to Toronto.
Would you really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I like Toronto. I spent a little time there. However,
it's laid out so much better than Pittsburgh.
One thing that I recall, and I was in 8th grade. Now, mind you, I'm going to be 44 in a month. the one thing that I recall was the prices on everything being so much more than they are here. And one thing that I specifically remember, we were in 8th grade, and for an 8th grade kid to get a pack of cigarettes, it costed about $2 back when we were in school. And I remember being up there, and a buddy of mine went to get a pack of cigarettes, and it was $8 at the time. It was $8 for a pack back when I was in 8th grade.
So you're doing something illegal and complaining about the price of it.
Well, I'm not complaining. It was just more about the the price difference. And like I said, that was over 30 years ago when their cigarettes were $8. So I'm kind of curious. I'm going to probably get on and see what they are now because I can't even imagine.
You're like the guy who buys his crystal meth and calls the cops because they sold him fake crystal meth.
Yes.
That's what I'm finding out. That's what I just found out about you.
Yeah. So the Pirates, they finish up the series with the
Battle and Buccos, baby.
8-10. They finish up the series. We're going to go for the sweep tonight. And then they'll be off tomorrow. And then they go down to Arizona for a series. So, I tell you what, if this Pirates team could leave the West Coast with a winning record, from being out there, I'm not going to say anything great big's going to happen, but that's a step forward.
If it happens though, the few remaining hardcore fans will be flipping out. The bought and paid for media that covers the Pirates will be flipping out like it's the greatest thing ever. Like, look out!
Watch your Pirate tickets.
Like, look out! Look out! Super Steelers, look out! The Yager, Lemieux Penguins, or the Crosby, Malcolm Penguins. Look out. Here come the Buccos. They had a winning record on their West Coast swing. Look out. New dynasty, baby. New dynasty. Yeah. Things are looking up in the next, don't worry, in 5 years when all the prospects finally come up.
Tonight, Mike, game one.
Yes.
Between the New York Rangers and Tampa Bay Lightning. Last night, the Avalanche beat the Oilers 8-6 in game one of that series. So they're up 1-0. And the Rangers and the Lightning play tonight for game one to also see who's going to be going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Do you have a prediction on tonight's game?
Tampa. I'm taking Tampa.
You know what?
They're going to win tonight. They're going to come out. They've been waiting to play. And I don't think you build rust at this point. I think that's just, a nice little talking point. Oh, they haven't played in so long, so they're going to be rusty. No, they're going to be ready to go.
Right.
They're going to be ready to go. And this is a team,
I think Tampa's going to win something along the lines of 5-1, 5-2. It's going to be a big game. Like you said, they're going to come out fired up. They're going to play great hockey. I think the series is going to be a little bit better than that. However, game one, I think, goes to Tampa Bay. Gives them the 1 game advantage.
Yep.
And you like who? You like the Lightning and the Avalanche?
Yeah, I think it's still going to end up being the Lightning and the Avalanche.
All right, I'm gonna stick with the Rangers. You know what? I want to pick the Oilers so bad, but I just don't think it's. I don't think it's their year. I'm gonna go with the Avalanche and Rangers. As much as I want to go with Edmonton.
Yeah.
But the Avalanche is tough. They're already up 1 game to nothing. They already let up 8 goals against this team. But on the other hand, the Avalanche let up 6 goals. So
it's it's at that point.
It's gonna be a good season. A good series.
Yeah. Like, one thing I noticed about Tampa Bay is they don't look, how like with the Penguins when they won their second cup, you can see they were getting like tired towards the end of the year. And then when they went for that third year trying to win back to back, you can just see how dead and tired that team was. Whereas Tampa, I don't see that to where they're losing steam. It seems like they're picking up steam.
Right.
And that's what's scary about them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
I don't mind. I would like to rather see the Rangers, Oilers, or Avalanche win the Stanley Cup this year.
Dude, the Rangers.
Three teams right now that still have a chance to stop them. So
yeah,
I'm gonna keep hanging in there. I want to see them get knocked out. Najee Harris, Mike. I sent you a text yesterday.
Yeah.
Second season in the NFL, weighing in at 244. Jerome Bettis, second season in the NFL, weighing in at 243.
I don't like it.
I'm very curious. I'm very curious to see how this is going to affect him and his agility and his speed and just everything like that. I can't wait to see. I'm not so much against him being a big dude because you have guys like, Derrick Henry, guys like that who are just big dudes who are, super efficient. And I wouldn't mind it if, Najee could still be as productive and or more productive. But you know what? That's yet to be seen because 244 pounds, that's a big dude, man.
Yeah. And he already doesn't have the breakaway speed.
Right.
So why add more to the frame? He was already in great shape. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about it because like when Le'Veon came into the league, he was like the 240 range, and then he ended up cutting a bunch of weight from first year to second year, and you saw the way he totally changed the way he ran. Right. He became that more patient runner and then just explode through the hole. So unless Najee's thinking, hey, I don't have that explosive in me, let me bulk up and just let me bowl people over. Okay, that's cool, but like you said, how's that going to affect his agility and everything else? Because he was very good in the passing game coming out of the backfield. Almost as that fourth receiver, fourth receiver, he has that ability. So is that going to slow him down in that aspect? Which with either going with a rookie quarterback, Mason Rudolph, or the reclamation project in Trubisky, you kind of want that running back to be in the passing game, that safety valve, him and the tight ends.
Yeah.
Unless, the Steelers are quietly, telling everyone in the team, hey, Ben's gone. We have to change the way we play. So we're going to go more power, but that kind of goes away from what Matt Canada likes to do, the motions and a lot of movement around. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out. I'm interested to see how it goes out. Najee has to give me, and he hasn't like in his college career that I followed in, last season with the Steelers, he had to give me any reason to ever doubt him. So I'm not going to doubt him. And I'm just curious to see how it's going to work out. Curious as to why the decision was made. It wasn't his decision. Was it like the team saying, hey, maybe you should try this? Was it a collaborative effort? Because I've seen some videos and some pictures of him in like the little OTAs and training camp or pre-training camp stuff. He looks great, like physique wise. I was worried, like when you said that picture, I'm like, did my man like blow up? Did he like just quit his diet? Like he was that running back in Green Bay, Eddie Lacy, just stopped working out and gained a bunch of weight. But no, he looks amazing.
You can't compare Najee Harris's weight to Jerome's weight because Najee's a rock. The guy's all muscle.
Yeah.
Where Jerome Bettis wasn't. You know what I mean? He was just a big guy. Jerome Bettis was a big boned guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he wasn't muscular and strong because he was, but they were two different 200.
There's two body types and heights and everything. Yeah.
Also, Mike, Brian Flores, there was a quote out of camp yesterday, out of the OTAs. Cam Hayward says, Brian Flores does not mess around. He runs a tight ship. The defense, there's no messing around. There's going to be a lot of areas that's going to be improved this year because he is a no mess around kind of guy. I like that. I like the discipline coming in with Flores.
It's pro sports. Just show up to your job. I don't care how practices are. I don't know. That's just my philosophy. Go show up, do your job.
Right.
I think it's, when coaches at that level have to be that hard ass. I don't know. But hey, if it works, it works. I'm not going to knock the results.
Right.
Because you kind of need like that balance. And that might be like the perfect 1-2 punch. Because Tomlin, he disciplines players behind doors.
We've been Flores for quite a few years. So I kind of welcome the discipline. I'd like to see a team that's ran a little bit tighter go out there and play. I think we'll see better results. Less mistakes are made when you're disciplined. I don't know. I'm excited. I tell you what, Mike, I think I'm more excited about this football season than I've been excited for quite some time in an upcoming Steelers season. There's a lot of things going on right now and a lot of things that's interesting. And I'm really excited about this football season.
I'm still a little like I was like Ben's gone, so like that's like the last. He's the last Steeler to win a championship. He's the last one left over, so I think he is, yeah. And so it's like that end of an era type thing, and it's like, am I ready to start another new era? I remember the years of losing. Now I have this long period of winning. Can I handle another down cycle?
You want to hear something I was thinking the other day? I think that okay, for the past 5 years, all they talked about was Tomlin being this great coach. I've been one of these guys like, now that Ben Roethlisberger, his Hall of Fame quarterback, is gone, now I'm excited to watch the teams that Mike Tomlin puts on the field. Because if you put a semi-decent coach in a situation that has an NFL and Hall of Fame quarterback, in a lot of other places like the Pittsburgh Steelers organizations have in place, like a lot of the other, the other great organizations in pro sports, you walk into a situation that's handed to you. I'm ready to watch the Mike Tomlin coach for the next 5 years on a guy that's not the Hall of Fame quarterback, on a team that this new GM is going to come in and build. This is the Mike Tomlin I'm excited to see. I want to see what Mike Tomlin could bring to the table, not the and I'm not going to use the term the Cowards team because it's neither here nor there. Coward left. Now it is Tomlin's team. However, I want to see what Tomlin could do building from the ground up.
Well, Tomlin, we already saw that when we had Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph out there doing terrible, and he took that team to they did what they won 8-8, 9-7 that year. This is the team that they were 1-4, and he rallied them around. So when people say that stuff, I'm like, it boggles my mind. Like we know what he can do. I just want to see that defense, actually step up and win and play consistently, and when it matters, do something.
I think you're going to get that this year. I think we filled some key holes this year. I think bringing over Miles Jack was huge.
Yeah,
I think that was huge because now in the middle of the field, not only do you have Devin Bush, who was always kind of a question mark for a lot of people, now you have Devin Bush and you have Miles Jack, who's coming in and he's already leading the linebacker core of guys who have personalities like TJ Watt, and then there's a Devin Bush. So I like Miles Jack. I think that was huge. I also think bringing in Levi Wallace was big. He's a really good corner. However, I wish we could have kept another one of the corners. You've mentioned Witherspoon, a couple of these other guys.
Yeah,
but
Witherspoon's back.
To have an accomplished cornerback on the other side of Wallace to be able to just shut down. But who knows with these young kids? Maybe one of them can step up and be that guy.
Yeah. I'm hoping like the way Wallace played like that second half of last year, he was ranked in like the top 5, top 10 corners. So if he can keep that up, or not Wallace, Witherspoon, excuse me, if he can keep that up, I think they're going to be in good shape. They're going to be in good shape. For me, it comes down to the D line.
Yeah.
I know it's I keep coming back to it, but like Cam Hayward, he will play great. But then when he doesn't play great, it's noticeable, and it's I don't know. Everyone knows my feeling on it.
I don't have.
I think he's a great player, but like when it's money time and pressure time and like meaningful games, he's hit or miss. He's hit or miss, and it's like the biggest story out there that no one wants to talk about. Or it could just be me, but I see it. So I don't know.
I don't know. I think the big problem with Cam Hayward is big game situations, because if you look at his numbers, he's not having a bad past couple of years. I mean, he's
he finally did something in the playoffs this year, and he's been in the league how long?
The guy, his play on the interior defensive line is actually pretty good. Like I
said,
it is. Sometimes, so when it means something is when these guys disappear. But I think that comes to preparation. That comes down to a handful of things, and those are the things that need to be adjusted. I also see, Mike, I don't have it in front of me, but did you see the quote that Andy Reid had and Le'Veon Bell had? Le'Veon Bell says, "I would rather retire than play for Andy Reid again." And Andy Reid comes back and says, "Oh, by your playing time and stats, I thought you've been retired since 2017."
I'd rather retire than have Andy Reid as my dad.
Well,
Shout out to anyone who knows that story.
Yeah.
Like Andy Reid won nothing until he got one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Who's he to talk? Let's talk about like coming to a place
4
that
years
had
in a row NFC Championship game though they lost. They lost.
And he lost. He lost. Never won a Super Bowl.
That's better than what Mike Tomlin's doing. Mike Tomlin can't even win a playoff game. This guy got the 4 championship games in a row.
Oh yeah.
Mike Tomlin got the 1 or 2 or something in 12 years, 17 years.
Hey, Mike Tomlin.
Years. 18 years.
I'd rather have Mike have Mike Tomlin than this guy. Let me get one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to do anything. I like to see Andy Reid.
That's how you win in the NFL. You got to have one of the best quarterbacks.
Yeah, Andy Reid with Mason Rudolph and Duck. Yeah, he would have won one. He would have won like 3-13. Let's be honest here. This guy Andy Reid was a failure. He was a failure. He was a failure.
Quarterback too, but we only made it to 2 AFC Championship games.
You know, if that defense, doesn't collapse against Jacksonville,
18 years in a row,
the defense doesn't collapse. It's always the coach. It's never the players who suck. It's never the players who suck. No, it's never the players. Let's just go. Let's go. It's Tomlin. It's Tomlin.
You can't give the coach the pass every time because it sometimes isn't always the players.
Yeah. Oh no.
And if you watch collectively over 18 years, you see that things that the coach could have done better, which is hindsight 2020.
If we had a Hall of Fame quarterback, then he should have won a lot more games. Then
you're right.
That Hall of Fame quarterback should have won a lot more games.
The Hall of Fame quarterback won a lot of games.
Or this vaunted defense that everyone still thinks is like the Steelers from the Super Steelers from the 70s every year. Maybe if they would step up in games and actually make plays instead of sitting on the sidelines in the fourth quarter in key situations, defensive player of the year, sucking air, highest paid defensive player in the league. Or, let me get blocked 40 yards downfield on a run play, Cam Hayward. Or, let me get blocked 60 yards downfield on a run play, Stephon Tuitt. There's, $240 million wasted. They ain't won nothing in this league. No ring mafia 2.0.
Football is all about discipline.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I played football for many years, and it's all about discipline, man.
It's all about just showing up and doing your job. Like that's all it is.
That's not true.
Show up, do your job. If a coach has to motivate you, like Chuck Noll said, if I have to motivate you, you should not be here. You have to motivate yourself.
And that's why his teams got bad after they won that last Super Bowl. They got real bad. Hey,
he said that his entire tenure here, and people love him. But the minute you point that out, it's like, oh well.
He won 4 and 6 years, and then he went 15 years in a row of being a terrible.
Oh, he's the worst coach. He's the worst coach ever. Let's just crucify Chuck Noll.
Go look at his record from 79 to 91. Bad.
Oh yeah.
And if it wasn't for those 4 seasons, he might have been one of the worst coaches.
Yeah, it's true. But
he has
but you can't. Yeah. Hey, but you can't point that out though, because this whole town would go crazy.
Did you ever see any of the meteor shower the other night?
No, you texted me and I was, because if you remember, I was all pumped for it. I was pumped. Yeah. Oh, I was in bed by 8:30, dude.
I went out and I stood there till my fucking neck hurt. I seen one, and it wasn't even that great of a one. I was out there for probably about 10 to 15 minutes, and I thought you should be seeing something more than what I'm seeing, Yeah, so I just got so bored and said, fuck it. I went in the house.
Yeah. Like I woke up because you texted me, hey, man, you out there watching? Yeah, I was sleeping. I'm walking to my car for work, and I look up to the sky, and it's cloudy, and all I see are street lights. So I'm glad, I'm glad I wasn't out there wasting my time.
The street lights, all that kind of shit really fucked up. But you know what? Like you said, that the cloud.
It was cloudy. It was cloudy around here. Yeah.
It was just blotchy in the air. So I'm kind of looking in the areas that there wasn't clouds. It was just the whole thing.
What sucked too, because that whole day the sun was out, no clouds in the sky, beautiful blue sky, and then that night, overcast. Ain't
that the truth?
Yeah. No, you can't tell the people goodbye yet, buddy. We still got time. You're not the programming director.
Check this out. Some dude in Japan accidentally gets a town's COVID fund. Somehow, the town's COVID fund, which was $360,000, landed in his account somehow. Guy in Japan, he gambled it all away. He went, he gambled, he lost it all.
Hey, that my man was just trying to double the money for the town. Okay, people would have paid him out to be a bad guy by, I'm going to take all this money and go gamble it. No, he was trying to double his money to help the town. He is a saint. He is a hero. At least that's what I would say, because I would have done the exact same thing that he did. And when I got caught, I'd be like, you're all just being mean. I was trying to help you. I was being selfless. You're being selfish.
Yeah, I mean, $360,000. Holy shit. Man. I mean, I would freak out. You know what I mean? You
right?
Look in your account. Isn't like it's an extra $3.60 where you can say, man, when didn't I spend that? I have an extra
right? Yeah.
Holy fuck, $360,000, man.
Yeah. Like that's whew. I like so he'll go to jail for all that. But shouldn't the person who like entered in the routing info wrong, that person should be in trouble as well?
Absolutely. You would think so.
You would think, because that's like you said, that's not a small little $3.60. That's $360,000. Hey, there's a couple options you can do there. You can turn it in, be truthful, like, hey, bank, this is what happened, or quietly pay your bills, or options, 3 and 4. Do what this guy did, or go get some hookers and blow. So the only acceptable options in my book are options 3 and 4. Go gamble it or get some hookers and blow. So this guy did it right.
The guy must have a gambling problem, because most people in their right mind would get $360,000 in their account. They would take care of it immediately. For somebody's mind to go to, let's go gamble all this. He must have been one of these people that have a problem gambling, because like I said, I'm not a gambler. My first thought would be, oh my God, I'm going to get fucking thrown in prison.
Yeah,
right now. I'd be calling right now.
Yep.
Hoping that they say, oh, okay, well, here's a reward, but
yeah, something like, yeah, hey, here's a couple bucks, whatever. But yeah, Mom, hey, sometimes those ponies just call you, man. You got to go bet the ponies, got to go play a little roulette, little craps. Get the itch.
You want to hear about the Dolphins, not the team, but the Dolphins, the mammal, or the Bisons? Do you want to hear about the Dolphins or the Bisons?
Oh, give me the Bisons, baby.
All right. With Bison gores a woman.
Yes.
A bison gores a woman at Yellowstone National Park. The bison tosses her 10 feet into the air.
Yes.
Now there's warnings at the park. Do not get within so many feet of the bison.
Yes. That, they already tell you that when they go there and shit. Because a few years ago, these people were trying to feed a bison, and one of them punted a little girl through the air. He had a headbutt her, and she goes flying off screen, cartwheeling away. I love this shit. Oh, I'm gonna go fuck around with this 800-pound. Little girl got hit. That's sad. She was fine, I think. But watch these grown ass adults. I'm gonna go feed this
backwards. She reads backwards now, but she's okay.
Hey, she's fine. Hey, man, she's living. She's cool. But you see these adults. I'm gonna go mess around with this. 800-pound animal. You get what you get. I'm team bison. I'm team bison all the way.
It gored her.
Fuck.
Gore.
That's that's what you get when you mess around with nature. You respect nature. I
couldn't agree more.
You don't mess with them. You get what you get. And I'm team bison all the way. It did what it's going to do.
Dolphins, they recognize one another by tasting each other's urine. All along, I thought dolphins were smart fucking mammals. They have to taste each other's urine. That's how they recognize one another.
Hey,
if you ever go blind,
you're gonna pee in a cup for. You're gonna pee in
Yeah.
cups for me and stuff. Hey, you know what? Maybe that's like the doctors always ask you to pee in the cup. Maybe that's what they're doing, just to make sure it's really you and not like a body double.
Yes.
You know.
I guess we do too, I guess then, right?
Yeah.
We use urine to identify.
Yeah. So not only do like dolphins, they will like taste stuff, you know, they drink urine. They will use like pufferfish as sex toys.
Yes.
Yeah, and they have been known to like, you know, try and like rape other dolphins by plugging in their blowhole. Yeah. So dolphins are like fucked up creatures. They really are just like humans. They are just messed up.
Here's one I forgot, Mike. I'm sure you've seen this. The Aero 360 ride at Kennywood gets stuck upside down for 5 minutes. These people that were on this Aero 360 ride at Kennywood was flipping around, flying around the track, you know, doing things that they do on these rides.
Nope.
It goes upside down on a loop in the machine breaks and it stalls and they get stuck upside down for 5 minutes.
F that nonsense. This is why I am on team no roller coaster here. I'm on team. This is what you get when you ride a roller coaster. No. I almost fell out of a roller coaster when I was a kid. F that. I do not mess with them anymore. If I want to go loop,
that sure changes up your day. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you tell me about it. Like
you get to the park early, you get your Dippin' Dots, you walk.
When you're laying on the ground like this, holding onto it, something. Yeah.
Now you're upside down, hanging there. You don't know how long. You know what I mean? Sometimes, remember being on the Ferris wheel and being
all the way up top
the Ferris wheel whenever they're letting people at the bottom down. How much anxiety that gave you?
So you
imagine being upside down, stuck on accident, and not having any idea when this thing was going to come down.
And you're hoping this ride is, that it's buckled in properly.
Yeah.
Because, gravity's working against you.
Well, wasn't that just down in Orlando last month? That kid fell from the ride to his death. Wasn't that?
I think so. Yeah. Like, this is why I
buckled in correctly or what?
Yeah. Yeah. This is why you do not ride roller coasters, people. I'd rather, take me up in a fighter jet. That way, if something goes wrong, we at least have an eject button. I have a parachute. I have a chance.
And the guy that's operating it is highly trained. These guys that are working the rides are either college students or guys that travel with carnivals, and what goes on there.
Yeah. Hey, hit this button. Fuck, I hit the wrong button. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
you've seen some of these guys at the local carnivals you go to.
Uh-huh.
I literally heard some of these guys, they're on the run. That's why they join those, because you're constantly moving. You're paid under the table. There's nothing official to where people could track you down. So I heard people that, that are on the run, people that murder people, rapists. These are the people that's controlling these rides. So
is that true? Is that true? Or are we just like stigmatizing an entire profession?
Probably stigmatizing.
Fuck them.
Let's stick with
They're not listening.
More interesting.
Yeah.
But these people are the ones that are also building the rides when they get to your town.
Yeah.
What the fuck do they care if there's a bolt missing? You know what I mean?
Right. This why. Nope. No roller coasters, people. Nope. Go walk around the park, eat some curly fries, and go home.
Speaking of curly fries, Mike. Sonic workers in Georgia, they find a snake behind the fryer. It was thought to be a rattlesnake, ended up not being, was just a ball python. Situation got taken care of. But just sitting there frying up some, some fries, some onion rings.
He's like, it's warm back here. I got this little rat I caught. Let me deep fry it, man. I see you guys deep frying. Y'all look like you're having fun. And he's like, I want to join in. He's like, I'll punch in, I'll work a shift to pay for it. Come on, guys.
I tell you what, I've worked at a few food places that we had our share of visitors as well, but I won't go into that on the show.
Kinky.
Arby's Arby's manager in Washington State arrested for peeing in the milkshake machine.
I heard about this one.
It was discovered while police were executing a search warrant as part of a child pornography investigation.
Yeah.
So the dude was going up for child porn. They go into his phone, they find some videos, and there he is pissing in the Arby's mix, pissing in the milkshake mix.
So like, and you know how like if you have like multiple charges against you, like the lawyers and all that will negotiate to get like one dropped and just go after the one.
Yeah.
I bet this guy peed in the milkshake mix, hoping that the prosecutors would drop all the other charges and then go with this one. Like he didn't think his cunning plan all the way through.
No.
Yeah. He's like, oh man, he's talking to his lawyer. Hey man, look, it's perfect. I did all this other stuff, but don't worry, man. I got something else. You can use that as the bargaining chip, and I'll plead guilty to this one. I'll do the time for this one. That other stuff, that's nah. You can negotiate that away.
Sounds like a smart guy.
Oh yeah, idiot.
Bit of a fucking sicko, but
oh yeah, I don't think he'll be lasting long where he's going.
No.
Or if he does, his day-to-day existence is going to be very, very rough.
Down in Florida.
Whoa.
Florida man arrested after repeatedly calling 911 demanding that they arrest the president.
Oh God.
Surprise.
I love people. I love people. I can just see 911 rolling up to like whoever's president trying that. Secret Service will look at them like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Crazy Cougar down in Florida once was arrested. He called 100 times.
Oh, like what? If I was president, if I found out that happened, I'd stage like a whole thing, make it look like the police did arrest me.
Right.
Have this guy come down to the station.
Or you can just have him killed.
That's true. But that'd be more fun to mess with them. Like, just like,
all right.
Do it on the
like old presidents we already had. My bad.
I just do it like down on the down low, like bring this guy in and like don't tell it to anyone except this guy. So then he would really see like the quote unquote president, quote unquote, arrested. Then he'd run around the rest of his life saying, I got the president arrested. And people are like, nah, Cougar, you're just crazy.
Right.
No, Bubba. You can't tell the people bye-bye yet. We still got to record.
I'm pretty sure that okay, I'm gonna just skip past that. So
okay.
I'll tell you what, go ahead and tell everybody about the website, Mike.
Dumyinzers.com. Yeah, every day. If you go there, boom, we have every YouTube video is up there. It refreshes every day. The newest episode is on top. We have links to our Spotify, our Stitch, our Anchor, to where, if you don't want to look at our beautiful faces, you can just listen to our soothing voices on those platforms as well. We have a link to the merchandise store on there. If you don't want to go through the website to the merch store is 2-dum-yinzers.spreadshop.com, where you this amazing logo that's in the background. You can get that on any shirt you want in any color, and any more or less you can get hats, beanies, book bags. That's colors, buddy. Colors everywhere. Yeah, and actually they do have tie-dyed shirts. It kind of looks cool with the Yinzer logo on there. We're coming up to like the 4th of July is coming around the corner next month. We also have like the American flag tee with the Yinzer logo on there. So all your merchandise needs at 2dumyinzers.com.
And also it's June now. It's June, everybody. So We're gonna be picking back up. You're gonna start seeing more. You're gonna start seeing interviews again this month. You're gonna start seeing some new things, because like I had said, May was we were getting our feet wet just in this format, trying to get everything set to where we want it to be, how we like it. So moving forward here in June, we're gonna have a lot of exciting things. We have some very, very awesome interviews coming up, as a matter of fact. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Also, on top of all the things that Mike told you to follow and check out, don't forget you can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We are there as well. So follow those places as well as everywhere Mike had told you to go.
Don't forget Facebook as well. Facebook as well. We have a Facebook page.
Yes, please go to Facebook. You're going to find a lot of information there. So we're pretty much everywhere. Go check us out. Mike, Are you ready for the question of the day? This is an all new, a new start for you.
Yeah. June 1st. Let's do this. First question of the month. Let's go.
And don't think you got out of last month. I'm still working on your.
What? What? Huh?
All right. So now you're gonna have to bear with me because I don't have the machine set up to do my sound effects, Mike. So you're gonna have to just imagine the Jeopardy music in your head. Okay.
All right.
So here we go. First question of June. Which Steeler made a record-breaking touchdown reception of 90 yards in 1981? Was it A, Mark Malone, B, John Stallworth, C, Lynn Swann, D, Randy Grossman? And go.
You said 90 yards?
Yes.
So you kind of you have a tight end, 2 Hall of Fame wide receivers, and Mark Malone. This is you know what? I'm gonna go with man.
It's
like the obvious one would be to go with like the oddball. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go against my gut here. I'm gonna go with Mark Malone.
You say Mark Malone. That's your final answer?
It's my final answer. I'm gonna say trick play, baby. Trick play.
It is a trick play. The answer is Mark Malone. You got the first one of June correct. I do recall this play, not from seeing it because I was only a 3-year-old kid. However, it got tied a few years back. I can't recall the player that did it, but somebody did make a 90-yard reception for a touchdown. I think it might have been Juju, perhaps.
I think that's who it was, yeah.
And it tied the Mark Malone's record. The only reason I know this because it just recently came up. But yes, the answer was A, Mark Malone. It was you're right. It was this weird trick play. Mark Malone down the right sideline. He 90 yards, man.
I think I like the same thing. I think I saw it when they were talking about with it being tied.
Yes. So there you go. Mike is off to a great start. June 1st, we got one correct, 0 incorrect. But you got a long way to go, buddy. We got a long way to go.
I got this. I got this.
But unbelievably, it is already time to go. It blows my mind, Mike. I feel like we just started. I still have I got a load of things there to talk about. So, I guess we will pick it up again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Get back at it. But hey, everybody, this is June 1st. It's very hot out there. People are fucking nuts right now. I don't know what it is, whether it's the weather, whether it's I don't know. So be very careful. You get out, which everybody is. Enjoy yourself, but be careful. Stay safe. Keep your family, keep your children in arm's reach while you are out at places, because, like I said, people are fucked up. Besides for that, here at the Two Dum Yinzers, you good for the day, Mike, or do you have anything that you want to touch
good.
on?
Drink water, people. Stay hydrated out there.
Stay hydrated.
Hydrated. Safety tip of the day. Stay hydrated.
Yes.
That's all I got. I'm just going to leave on that. Stay hydrated.
Yeah. No, good advice.
This is why I'm here.
So for Michael, myself, we say just like I said, enjoy your summer day. We are. We're summer school's finishing up. Kids are graduating. Just try to make the best of it and keep safe. So for Mike.